I love how you carry yourself with the confidence of a much taller man. That was an example of a backhanded compliment. Today we're going to be delving into the world of backhanded compliments. I asked on Instagram for your favourite backhanded compliments and we're going to go through some of them now. If you don't know what a backhanded compliment is, it's basically something that is given as a compliment, but the actual intention is to make you want to crawl into a hole and forget that you were ever born. Now, a lot of people who sent me backhanded compliments on Instagram also did a lot of trauma dumping, so I'm going to cut a lot of that out. I don't think the world needs to hear about how your mother always thinks you're fat or whatever. It's really none of their business or mine. Thank you very much. So the first one I've got here is anything with actually in it. So, you actually look great, or that dinner was actually fairly nice. It's quite offensive when somebody does that actually. It basically means their expectations of anything you produce are completely on the floor and they think you're an ugly bastard. I get that one quite a bit. I would say almost everything I do is complimented with an actually on front, like, oh Garron, your clothes actually smell like you've washed them. Oh Garron, you actually have shampoo in your house. It is a bit offensive, to be honest, so I would say stop saying this. Don't let people actually know that you think they're a complete degenerate. The next one we've got here is, you're looking well, are you sick? This basically means you've lost a bit of weight. And of course, you are such a gluttonous pig that the only way that you could lose weight is if you had some sort of an ailment. Yeah, that one's a bit rude as well, I would say. It's not all about looks. You've got a great aura. That one is particularly harsh because they didn't even have the heart to compliment you on something that actually fucking exists. Also, what is an aura? I feel like people have started saying the word aura in the last 5 years and I haven't a fucking notion what it means. I think it means nothing. I feel like the word aura kind of came along with horoscopes. In about 2015 in Ireland, everybody started reading their horoscope and having an aura, and we never really went back. I don't mind horoscopes though, to be honest, they're a bit of fun. You've a face like a slapped arse. A mammy's favourite. She's done a bit of trauma dumping there about her mother. I don't need that in my life, you're toxic. So, you've a face like a slapped arse isn't actually a backhanded compliment. That's just an insult, it just means you're ugly as fuck. So you haven't done the assignment there, and it sounds like you need to go to therapy for your mammy issues. I love how you carry yourself with the confidence of a much taller man. I know we've already read this one, but I feel like being short is unfairly stigmatised. I am tall, I'm 6'4". I wanted to take this opportunity to give a few advantages to being short. First of all, short people actually live longer. I googled it, so it's true. Number 2, it's easier to get clothes. And 3, I feel like short people don't need their knees and hips replaced until they're far more elderly. So really, it's all W's if you're short. You're not the worst looking woman I've ever seen. So this might be confusing to people who aren't from Ireland, but this is actually a compliment. So Irish people were very emotionally repressed. Like, an Irish person wouldn't be able to come up and tell you, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, I'm in love with you. That'd be a bit creepy if they went that far, but even like just telling you you're a nice person, we'd have a lot of trouble with that. So our compliments are very, very weak, because that's all that we can manage. So if I was flirting with a young lady, if I was courting her, I might say, Jesus, Josephine, you're not the worst looking woman I ever seen in my life. That actually means I'm enamoured by her beauty. I can barely string a sentence together. I'm in awe of her. But it's the Irish way of saying it. So that is not a backhanded compliment. That is a compliment of very high regard in Ireland. The bit of weight suits you. So this obviously means you've put on weight and they're telling you, actually the weight looks good on you. Now, they probably don't actually think that. Irish people, it's like a sneeze or it's like Tourette's. If we see that somebody's weight has fluctuated in any way, shape or form, we don't necessarily want to be nasty about it, but we absolutely have to bring it up. So we might see a few more examples of them here, but you might say, the bit of weight suits you, or you're looking very healthy recently, or you might say, geez, you have a fine appetite, or you're a very sturdy looking woman. It's absolutely horrible, but that's what we do. What a nice haircut. Not many people could pull that off. So this obviously means you've got a shit haircut. There's no two ways about it. And actually, I would say the person saying this to you probably doesn't think you pull it off very well. They just want to mention the fact that you've got a shit haircut and they're doing it in the nicest way possible. Also, I hope you're enjoying the extra layers of production value I've added to this video. I've tried to light myself nicely. I've got a camera, it tracks my face. I actually don't know how to turn that off. Now, I will be honest, the lighting is a bit ghetto. I have just put a plastic bag on the lamp from my room, but I'm quite confident that the plastic bag is far enough away from the bulb that we shouldn't be causing any fire hazards, but I can't promise anything, so check up on me after you watch this video. I probably need to buy some equipment, but being Irish, I have to agonise over any purchase for 3 to 5 years. So we've got a bit of a foreign one here. In Tennessee, we say bless his heart, which is Southern for fuck that guy. See, now I didn't know that. Whenever I see Southern people going, oh, bless his heart, I always thought that was lovely. I thought that meant you loved the person. What about sweet pea? Is that a backhanded compliment? You know how you see people going, hey, sweet pea? Is that nice? I hope that one's nice. We have a similar thing in Ireland. So in Ireland, we would say that you're harmless. So if I go, oh, John over there, he's harmless, that basically means you're a complete fool and you embarrass yourself every time you go outside. You're not half bad looking. Again, in Ireland, this is a compliment. You're not half bad. If you were half bad looking, you wouldn't be good looking. I'm saying you're not half bad looking, which means you're absolutely gorgeous. You're radiant. If somebody told me I was not half bad looking, I'd be skipping around the place for the day. That is the height of a compliment. You got strong. Just wanted to show this as another example of telling somebody they're fat. So you'd say somebody's looking sturdy or strong. That means you've put on a sight of weight and we're expecting you to keel over in your garden in the coming years. I love how you just don't care what anyone thinks of you. Yeah, basically that means cop the fuck on, get a life, get a job. You're ugly as well, fix that, get plastic surgery or whatever people are doing, face fillers, and make your lips huge. Whatever, just do something, you're a disgrace. Your haircut makes your nose look smaller. This of course means your nose, generally speaking, is larger than I would approve of on a face. Again, we've got some trauma dumping here. Your mum disguising calling you a fat cunt by saying you're a good eater as a kid. I was always a good eater. I was always, geez, he's a great appetite. And other people will say it about you as well. Like other people would come over to the house, I'd be eating my dinner and they'd stare at me for 10 minutes. And when I was finished, they'd go, geez, you have a great appetite. Of course, I have turned out to be fat, so they were correct. You are really photogenic. Yeah, if somebody has said this to you and you took it well, you were mistaken. What that means is you're extremely ugly in real life, and for some reason, whatever the way the light hit you, whatever angle we were at, it made you look thinner and somewhat passable in the face. People actually do tell me I'm photogenic all the time. I believe it's because I'm obese, and if you just take a picture of my head, sometimes it's not clear exactly how obese I am. He's a character. This means somebody's crazy. You'd use this usually to describe somebody who you wouldn't be shocked to find out they were breaking into people's houses and smelling their socks for enjoyment. You've such a pretty face. Of course, this is standard stuff. Everybody knows if somebody specifically compliments you on your face, that means you're fat or have something weird otherwise going on with your body. And that's all the backhanded compliments we have for today. I couldn't bear to read through any more trauma dumping about people's mothers and how their friends treat them, so I decided to give myself a mental health day and just turn the phone off. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, you can hit the dislike button and leave an awful comment about me. I couldn't give a fuck, and as far as I know, it does increase the views, which is all I care about. Thank you very much, and follow me. I'm delicious.